Hi guys, how are you? Hope you're well. So today I will do a video on how to meditate 101. Um, I had so many questions about how do I meditate or how to begin to meditate or even about breathing. Some of my friends noticed that they're not doing like accurate breathing. So I decided to do actually a video about it. And this is my first video in English because everybody who asks me about it understands English, and some people are actually from UK. So I think it's actually more practical that this time I do it in English rather than in Croatian. And if you want it in Croatian, let me know. Okay, so I plan to do this really quick. I hope this will be a really, really quick demonstration on how you can start to meditate or at least breathe more accurately. So let's start. So the first thing about breathing, let's first talk about this, is that most of us are breathing quite incorrectly. We are breathing with our shoulders, and especially you can notice this when you are like feeling under stress, that you're doing and by like when we are small, when we are like babies, when we are born, we are actually breathing with our tummy. Okay, so if you lay down on your belly, you will notice that you're actually breathing with your tummy. I'll put the camera just a little bit down so you can see this. So you will notice that you are like breathing only with your tummy, and this is actually the most correct way of breathing. Why? Because when you breathe with your belly, the lungs are filled the most with the air. When you're just breathing with this upper side of your lungs, then just it's filled like up to here and it's not passing down. So you are like filling only, let's say, 30% of your lungs if you're breathing just with your shoulders or with your chest. You're actually not we should not be breathing with your chest. It's actually so difficult for me to do now when I started to breathe with my tummy. But it's not about this. It's about this. Let me go in a back position so you'll see. You see? And for some of you, this might be like weird because you don't want your, especially girls, you don't want your tummy to be showing and everything, but it's fine, girls and guys and everyone, it's okay. Just like it's more important that your whole lungs are filled with air. So this is also important because when we for like continuously breathe with our upper lungs, here accumulates like the old air. So we are not completely cleansing our lungs, and we have some toxicity also in our lungs, and we are not giving our body the chance to completely regenerate and get the new oxygen, and new oxygen is needed for new cells to grow. So we are actually stopping growth of our cells, and we are not giving our body enough oxygen to grow and to develop. So this is important on so many levels. So first exercise will be that we will just concentrate on breathing through belly, and now we will incorporate also some starting points of meditation in it. So how it helped me to meditate was that I was just concentrating on counting the inhales and exhales. Now we'll just count the inhales, and we will go from 1 till 10, and then we will go back. When you come to number 10, you go back to number 1. Just to let you know, when I start doing this exercise, and if you are counting, I will be counting out loud, but you will be counting in your head. And for starters, for the first round, we will do, let's say, 5 rounds. For the first round, I will count out loud, and then I will stop. And then you will see what happens. It is so interesting. What happened to me personally is that I will be counting like 1, 2, and I come to number 10, and then I continue 11, 12, and then I come to like number 13, 14. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't stop at 10. So it's for you because I got over in my I started thinking about something, and these thoughts kind of preoccupied my attention, and I wasn't putting my attention anymore on breathing. So this guy seems very simple, but for some of you it might be quite difficult, but which is completely okay and which is completely normal, especially if you're doing this for the first time. So finally, let's start. I will be counting until 10 for the first time, and then next 4 rounds you will do it on your own. And then I'm really curious, how did it go? Like, DM me, write me a message if you have my number, or email me, or write me in comments how did it go. Let's start. Okay, so it's important that you put your hands on your belly and concentrate on breathing through your navel. Okay, Croatian guys, pupak. Dišite na pupak. Okay, let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And going back to number 1, now you continue on your own. Okay. I suppose everyone was doing it in their own pace. So when you come to the fifth, number 10, you can slowly finish. So I was also, you see how my voice is different now? It just calmed me down. I was just on one meeting now and driving the car and came back home. I was like, okay, let me do this video. I promised it like 2 days ago. And it just calmed me down so much. You can hear it in my voice. I'm sure you can. It's just so funny. My hands look so weird when I count. It just, if somebody was opening their eyes and I was actually counting with my fingers, it just looks so funny because I was doing number 10 like this. And anyways, doesn't matter. So this is actually the first step in how to meditate. You actually just concentrate on breathing through your tummy, not through your, so not here, not here, but only through your tummy and through your navel. I mean, I can just go a little bit up so you can see, but everything here is like really moving. This is also a great exercise for singers. This is actually one of the warm-up exercises for singing. So you can also do that before your singing warm-ups. So I will actually finish with this now, and I will do another video next time about pranayama. Pranayama is actually also just a breathing exercise coming from India, and it actually means like breath of life. Prana is the energy that comes to our body, and by breathing we get this energy inside of us. So it's so important. And the technique that I do is by switching the nostrils, which I will show you then in the next video. I think this exercise is simple with breathing 1 till 10 and then 5 rounds, but you will see if you're just starting, it's not easy. So you can just start with 5 rounds in the beginning, and then every day you can just put this number higher. And then you can, once you come to like 20 minutes of just going till from 10 till 1, from 10 till 1, or 1, 10, and then 1, that's basically it. If you just manage to do this, this means that you kind of shut down your thoughts. Well, I will not say even shut down thoughts. It's completely normal for us to have the thoughts, but it's on us not to engage with them. So for example, if you're doing this breathing, and then if you forget counting, or if you realize that you came to number 20 or 30, it's because your attention went from counting the breathing to some thought that came, and you just didn't like let it go, but you kind of got involved with that thought. So for example, if your thought is like, oh, what will I do for lunch today, or what will I eat for dinner today? Like food is always in my head, that's why these examples. But what you do is actually not involved with it, like, oh, what will I do for lunch today? And I start thinking, oh yeah, I have, I don't know, broccoli and asparagus, and I will do that. Not involved with it, but the thought comes, and you just say to it like, later, or goodbye, or okay, anything, but just you like kind of say goodbye to this thought, anything that works for you, like later gator, or whatever you want to say to it, but this is not time for this thought to come. And if it's like really important in your life, which obviously is because we talk about food, then it will come later and in its more appropriate time. And this is not time now to think about what will you do for lunch, or when will you have the business meeting, what will you write in your exam, whatever. This is not important now. You have like literally 1 minute for breathing now, and these thoughts can come later, so you can just say goodbye to them for now. So yeah, and I'm saying goodbye to you for now. I hope this was useful. I didn't do videos for some time, so I'm not sure if I was in a right flow for it, especially in English, even though it's really easy for me to speak in English. But as you can see, I was searching for some words. I hope this is still okay with you, and yes, see you in the next video when I will do pranayama. And keep on breathing, breathe on your belly, be like babies. You see how babies are calm and happy, and so you can be. And yeah, hope that this breathing will give you this calm feeling as it did for me. And yeah, just continue doing it. Actually, I'm giving you a challenge to do it for every day for the next 21 day, because it takes 21 days to like get into the habit of something. So if you do it for 21 days, it's like a big chance that there is a big chance that you will actually continue doing it, or at least you will remember it. Like all I'm like asking you is for you to remember, like once a day, at least once a day, on your breathing, and do this 1 till 10, just like at least once, and it will do so much for you, like, and through your belly, not through here. And also when you notice that you're under stress, you can now put your attention how you're actually doing this, which is great to do this, but after that make sure that you're also breathing on your tummy, because this is how your lungs are getting filled the most, and the capacity is then like the biggest capacity is filled then. Okay guys, this is it. I'm gonna stop talking now. Bye.